you guys, how's it going? It's Claryberry and I am so excited. I'm so excited that you guys are here. I've got a lot coming up in store, and if you're looking for a lot more general personal stuff rather than just the crypto astrology, then you are in luck. So stay tuned for some big news and some big new videos. Right now we're going to talk about Ethereum, and we're going to talk about Ethereum for the 28th through the 1st or so. 27th, 28th. We got to talk about the 27th really just in the sense that we're starting off with Mercury Retrograde here. The beginning of Mercury Retrograde in Libra for us all starting, as I'm sure you already know, here on the 27th. And this is in the 12th house for Ethereum. So these changes that, ooh, okay, death card. All right. So there's definitely almost like an inner change here, like something hidden, okay, the faceless here, secrets, the hush hush, midnight type of energy, you know, doing things under the cloak of darkness, like what's going on, like definitely secrets. So like you're not gonna probably see, you know, a ton of necessarily like, you know, big outspoken news changes and stuff. Things are going to be changing more under the radar. And, you know, it could be eventually kind of a waking up of sorts. I mean, we have that with everybody waking up to new, you know, awakenings, having new changes and new ideas. And really, this is a lot about, there's finding solutions. And it's really speaking to finding solutions of the inner workings, but maybe not announcing it yet. So that's kind of good and very interesting here for Mercury Retrograde. So we will pay more close attention to that. On the 27th, we also have the start of Sun in conjunct natal Neptune. So this is some FUD. Okay, we might have some good energy despite the FUD, possibly here. We do have also starting, well, and the 27th might be better. Remember the aspect that we just spoke of, that I just mentioned, Sun in conjunct natal Neptune, is, remember, just getting started on the 27th, as is Mars square natal Pluto. Mars square natal Pluto is speaking to kind of a theme that we have during these few days here that we're talking about Ethereum, which is kind of these outside issues. It's something beyond you. Okay, like, yeah, you're normally the star, but now there's something bigger. There's something, you know, different to pay attention to. And this is speaking to some kind of news, some sort of thing that's happening out in the world that might not even have to do with crypto, but it might, you know, be outside of even of Ethereum. So some issues, some blockages. Again, these aspects are just getting started, peaking towards the 5th and the 6th, which if you haven't been watching, then you don't know that around the time of the beginning of October, we keep on having inclinations here pointing me to believe that something is going to happen in the world between the 1st and the 6th or 7th. Probably by the 7th, I think everybody's kind of accepted it, swallowed the pill. So maybe 4th, 5th, 6th. I don't know, guys. Watch out. Something's going to happen. It's going to affect the markets because I'm seeing it in everything. So anyway, don't worry. Ethereum's still the star here, and I'll get there. But again, beginning of some big energy here might be kind of sobering, might be kind of saying your star, your fame, your power, just like the Mercury retrograde in the 12th house. You got to wait. Now is time to take a rest. Now is time to sleep, to gain that strength that is going to seem like, whoa, people are going to be like, whoa, where did that strength come from? Well, remember that time when we were sleeping? Well, that's when we were gaining our strength, as we like to say. So that's kind of what the 27th is, again, getting started, and that's what's peaking around the 5th and the 6th. You'll see more themes even pointing to that same energy throughout this video, but still stay tuned because there's more than just that. We got to take into consideration all the aspects, not just little ones. Okay, so on the 28th, we have the start of Mars sextile natal Mercury. It's good energy, but again, you're going to have to wait for it. You're waiting for this good energy, planning, prepping. It's like, okay, you're getting ready to go on vacation. You know, your business is going to, you know, you're going to stop posting so much. You're going to stop, you know, doing other things you normally do. You got to take this kind of low down rest to try to get ready. And then you're going to, you know, use all your energy to plan a really great and amazing trip. So long-term bullish energy there, but kind of sideways maybe, you know, again, getting started. And that's even on the 7th. That's peaking on the 7th. So still, this is like the pre-planning. This is like the conception of the idea here. If you're looking at the 28th for that aspect. But the 28th, fortunately, we also do have another aspect that's actually peaking. And I love this. We've got excitement, okay? I think later on in the day, perhaps it's going to get a little bit better. And this Venus, this passion, this excitement, unexpected little boost there. But be careful. Well, you know, it might be a really good day. It might be a real good day here. You might feel like we're getting closer to the peak, but I think that the 28th is going to really end up pretty well and then go, and this good energy is going to lead us even further into the 29th. I mean, I just got to throw out there, we have the start of Venus square natal Jupiter. That can be peak energy. See, we have these little peaks here, and there's growth. So our 4, though, we've got our stability, but let's look at, and it's too much. It's like, again, you go up, you come down, you might as well have just gone sideways, you know, but not really. So that's just the start. What we really want to look at for the 29th, though, is the Sun sextile natal Sun. So this is the energy, guys. I love this energy because this is like making better friends, making deeper friends. This is like introducing your friends to other friends and then like making a group. It's like integrating more people into your little group. And then it's also like getting together and like spitballing energy off of each other. And like, you know, where you're talking, you're like, oh, I love this because it's about their relationships. It's, you know, spitballing the energy. And then that's when you realize new things, is when you're talking to other people. Do you ever have that? That's the energy of this aspect. So Sun sextile natal Sun. I have chills. This is friends. Again, a lot of people are going to be helping each other out by saying, look, she's like pointing over there. She's like, look at Ethereum. That's what you need to pay attention to. Helping the loved ones. You know, I love seeing that come across. So yeah. And it also, I mean, it's not just like, oh, you know, people telling friends and, oh yeah, you should get on Bitcoin. Oh yeah, I heard that's great. Or Ethereum, whatever. But it's also just the way, you know, that the energy is. It's just like Ethereum is popular. Ethereum is making more and more and more friends, integrating more and more and more people. It's just like gobbling up friends in a good way, of course. So anyway, so the 29th, there's also one more aspect, guys, but even just the fact that we've got 2 aspects is pretty good. Again, 28th being good at, you know, pretty good aspect. And, you know, so I think the 29th is going to be good, but then I think later on in the day, possibly 29th into the 30th, we're going to come through and come back down, because, okay, maybe not too much right away. The 29th, I think, is still going to be pretty good, is we've got, Mars in conjunct natal Neptune. So of course that speaks to some of the, you know, activity being limited by that FUD, but I don't really think the FUD is going to be, basically this is like what this is. And this is like this tiny little, you know, thing of FUD, of fear, uncertainty, doubt, confusion, etc. But it's like the truth is really prevailing here and shining through and drowning out. And that's exactly what I thought in my pre-meditation too. It's like, it's a little blip of FUD in the midst of a lot of more positive aspects here. And I think that, again, positive energy from the 28th and the 29th, it's not going to go down quite as fast as one might think. Okay. Even though kind of some of that energy, you know, again, even from the 29th is too much. It's too much. So there probably will be a peak, but it might not come down it might not come back down that much. So that's good. Okay. So the 30th, start of Venus conjunct natal Saturn. This is, I think it's good energy. I think it's not bad. I think it's a little bit sideways here. It's reserved. The goodness, you know, the passion is a little bit limited, a little bit reserved. And that's okay, you know, because again, we could probably use a breather after the couple days that we had. I want to go ahead and look at the first little, I guess you'd say bonus if we're just doing through the 30th here. So the first is a start of Sun square natal Pluto. This is some outside issues, some blockages. Again, the success is maybe delayed here, but again, this is not going to stay down for long. And also, it might just get a slow start because of this. But this is just energy that's just getting started. Really, I think this is going to be a successful day because we have Venus trine natal Mars. This is good, positive energy, going to take you somewhere, you know, assertive energy. This is passion. This is long-term energy. What can we build long-term? Where are we going long-term? Take your food, take everything you need for the long term. So again, first is good and speaks to long-term positive energy. So really, you know, if I had to sum it up, it's like the sleeping giant here for the Mercury retrograde, kind of little preview that we're having. And again, remember the Mercury retrograde stays for the next 3 weeks. Not exactly sure off the top of my head if it's going to be in the 12th house for that whole time. But again, even if, you know, I'll come back and revisit that for sure in the future videos, future daily videos. And I think I might move to just weeks and months, part of the little schedule changes that I'm doing. Hope you guys stay tuned for the changes. Don't forget, you find me all over social media, Claryberry at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest. Thanks for all the likes, comments, shares, subscribes, etc. Much love, many blessings, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.